It's rare, truly rare, to see home fans give a standing ovation to an away player. But when it happens, it gives you goosebumps. We've seen it before, R9 Ronaldo at Old Trafford in 2003 after a hat-trick, Thierry Henry for Arsenal away at Portsmouth in 2004, moments that send chills down your spine. But then, March 17, 2019, Real Betis won Barcelona 4. Messi, having just completed a hat-trick, deservedly receives a standing ovation, not applause out of politeness, but out of unfiltered respect from the entire home crowd. Not for show, not for pity, not charity, pure footballing awe. A moment so rare it still gives you goosebumps.
That's unbelievable. You see so often, the whole of the Benito Villamarín applauding this man, and it goes back to the point you made in the first half. Yes, you want your team to win. Yes, you hate seeing a rival player score a hat-trick in your ground, but you can tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren that you were there the day Messi scored an absolutely sublime hat-trick.
Welcome back to Messi Archives. In episode 2, we're looking at an absolute gem. Barcelona's trip to Real Betis in 2019, a 4-1 victory where Messi produced sheer magic. It's one of those performances that often flies under the radar, especially in the UK and even with young fans, but it's a masterpiece. It's the moment when even the electrifying ESPN commentator Ray Hudson, known for his passion, was seen in tears. This isn't just another Messi goalfest. This is control, creativity, vision, all wrapped into one show. And this was a team on the rise. Real Betis went on to reach the Copa del Rey final that season. Meanwhile, Barca were rebuilding, but Messi, he was operating at another level. I first came across this performance while digging into highlights for my kids, and oh man, it's obscene. The final goal, pure genius. Even the keeper knew he'd been beaten by greatness. So here's a quick montage of Messi's brilliance from ESPN's Ray Hudson's commentary. If you thought his Wembley show was something, this will change your mind.
Take a look at this again, people. This miraculous footballer. This halo of a footballer. Oh, ludicrous. Absolutely phenomenal. And how do you put statistics on this, Phil? This isn't measurable, because this is the art of human. Arsene Wenger was so wrong when he called him a PlayStation player. He was so wrong. This is the art of football. Levitated by the human touch and spirit and everything that goes in to making, in my eyes, the most complete footballer the world has ever seen. Lionel Messi.
Just after Laurent Moron had given Betis some hope, it was Lionel Messi displaying the spark of life. His third goal of the day, his 29th of the year. And as you like to say, that one should probably be framed and hung up in the Louvre.
Well said.
I think there's tears in your eyes, Raymond.
He does it in a way that is he's such a virtuoso on the type of goals that he scores. We've seen him absolutely pull howitzers out of that left foot over the years. The staggering power of the little man. And then amazing dribbler through players inside of a telephone box, and he emasculates them one after another. And then this situation where He's got an algebraic equation to solve in the blink of a bee's eye, and he does it in a way that is just so poetic.
Alenya and Coutinho about ready to check in.
And again, when we look at the statistics that will follow this, how many goals he's scored, how many games he's played in, that he's put the ball in the back of the net. You can always imitate those statistics. You can't imitate that. There is no way to describe it. I tried.
Well, maybe putting a damper on the Messi miracles we've witnessed as Luis Suarez going down.
And again here, Messi feeds Rakitic. Again, he doesn't make the defenders cry. He makes them wear diapers. Look at the reaction from his teammates holding their hands in disbelief at what they see, and they train with them.
He's honored to be scored on for a goal like that.
Yeah, he's the most complete footballer the world has ever seen.
So Messi steps up for the free kick around 25 yards out. The goalkeeper isn't even centred. He's leaning slightly to his right, expecting Messi to go over the wall to the far side. But Messi, being Messi, picks the tighter side, the near post. A gap maybe half the size of what you'd usually see. I haven't seen many dare that. Maybe Van Dijk's penalty in the Carabao Cup springs to mind, where the keeper stood way off centre and he still found a corner. It takes elite confidence to even attempt it. Tamesh's, the commentator, even says Messi hasn't scored a free kick in a few games. That's the absurd level he's held to, and at this point he's already second in history for free kick goals. I've no doubt he'll retire as number one. Just look at the whip, the power, the placement and the reaction behind the goal. Betis fans applauding. Unreal. That tells you everything. Now on to the second. Credit here to Luis Suarez. A sublime backheel assist. Outrageous. Instinctive. You don't see that often. Suarez doesn't even look, just times it perfectly. Messi still has three defenders chasing him, but it's classic Messi. First time finish, low and hard, stabbed into the corner. For me, there's never been a better one-touch finisher in football. And now on to the third, the hat-trick. Maybe one of the greatest goals of his career. It must be noted Messi gets a lot of late goals. Again, that shows first his A1 mentality and secondary the level of fitness. Remember, being a dribbler takes its toll on the body. Look at this. Who else can do this in world football? What a delicate, sublime chip this was. Then that now famous scene, the Betis fan in the glasses, looking around stunned, asking his mates, what are we watching? It's the reaction of someone who's just seen something you can't teach. This was a solid Betis side, but Messi, he's the difference. Without him, Barcelona don't win this game. Yes, I'll say it. They were a one-man team for much of this season. And that chip, the keeper's not even that far off his line, but Messi lifts it with a part of his boot only he seems to know exists. The audacity, the execution. It reminded me of Matt Letizia against Schmeichel or Sheringham's first Premier League goal for Forest. Just pure instinct and class. In a world obsessed with pass, this was A1 footballing artistry. Back in 2019, even the commentators were saying he's the greatest we've ever seen, and since then, Messi's gone on to win the World Cup, shatter even more records, and somehow aging like a fine wine. This performance, obscene. The quality of the goal speaks for itself, and it wasn't a vintage Barcelona side, an ageing Suarez, a team in transition, but Messi was still untouchable. The Betis goalkeeper's reaction to that final goal says it all. Pure genius. Thanks for watching Messi Archives. This is only episode 2. Episode 3 drops next week. If you enjoyed it, hit that like, smash subscribe, and if you're really with us, turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. This is Messi. This is Legacy. This is Messi Archives.